Greetings, Dr. Rob Borer. I'm a chiropractor here at Borer Family Chiropractic, and our approach is very precise, very accurate, very light and gentle. We specialize in the upper neck, and this is referred to as upper cervical specific or Atlas chiropractic. It is a very light and gentle approach to chiropractic, not your typical twisting, popping, and cracking. It's always wonderful to hear about success stories from our patients who respond very, very well to our care, who may have even tried other chiropractors, may have tried other medical approaches, and certainly come to us in often very difficult situations with very difficult problems to correct. Today it's very exciting to be able to share one of those stories of success. I have today with me Karen, a very special patient who is going to be sharing her story about her experience in our office, how she was suffering, what types of problems she was having. She had suffered for quite some time and had tried many different options, none of which were very effective or gave her the relief she was hoping for. So she's going to be sharing her story about not only where she started, but where she has arrived from through working with our office, Borer Family Chiropractic, and talk about the successes she's achieved. So I'm very happy to have Karen share her story with you today.
The main reason I wanted to give this testimony, and I've been really anxious to give a testimony, is the phenomenal change that I have had over the last 5 months, only 5 months. Before I came to Dr. Borer, I was in a lot of pain, a lot of nerve damage, a lot of numbness, a lot of tingling in my neck, shoulders, and in my arms, particularly in my right arm. I do have carpal tunnel syndrome and a lot of symptoms from that. I had waitressed for 11 years, so carrying a lot of really heavy trays. I had done computer work for 17 years, and that's when it really became evident in my shoulders and my back and neck. And I started seeing orthopedic surgeons over the last few years, and unfortunately they like to treat just the symptoms, and I wholeheartedly have always thought it's always better to treat the cause, go for the cause. And I've always mentioned it to them that I always felt it started in my neck and back and shoulders, because when I would massage and manipulate my muscles and nerves, my numbness would tend to get a little bit better. However, they didn't really want to hear that. So after a few years of trying cortisone shots and physical therapy with not much relief, they started talking surgery, and I said, no, I don't think I want to go that route. So I have since retired, beginning of 2013, and I watch my 2 little grandbabies, and holding them, carrying them, feeding them. After over a year's time, my hand started really getting bad. And when my hand became, real numb and tingly, I did start using the wristbands, the wrist protectors, and I would wear those all night long, and I started having to wear them during the day too. And it just got worse and worse and worse, and I said, enough is enough. And I heard of Dr. Borer through my daughter-in-law, and I thought, I have to give it a try, because surgery was just not an option for me. In addition to the nerve pain and my numbness and tingling in my arm and hands, I was starting to lose a lot of sleep because my hand and arm would actually become numb in the middle of the night, especially sleeping on my right side, even wearing the braces. So it was really getting to a point to where I was losing a lot of sleep. I couldn't sleep on my right side. And when I would try to turn, as I was driving or, playing with the children, trying to turn my neck and back, I was becoming more and more limited in my motion as well. So, of course, after being treated and having adjustments, my range of motion is what did we determine? 60 to 75% better than it was before. Phenomenal. I'm able to, move my arms, along my back, much better than before, and I'm sleeping very well at night, not wearing the wrists either. So it's really been a phenomenal change. So I am extremely excited and pleasantly surprised that it's only taken 5 months, but I really started noticing a lot of changes after 3 months. And I no longer wear my braces. I no longer have my nerve pain. I very rarely will get the numbness and tingling. And when I think about it now, how bad it must have been that I just began used to always having my arm, in the condition that it was. So I'm pleasantly surprised that everything is really, really worked out. One other thing that I wanted to mention too that I found very, very important and detrimental, I think, to my treatment is previously I had seen a chiropractor a couple of different times, and their approach, and 2 different chiropractors, their approach was extremely aggressive and very rough. They wanted to hear that cracking sound, which wasn't really a very pleasant sound to me, and I was in pain actually after I left. It eventually subsided, but I wasn't real pleased with the techniques. With Dr. Borer's technique, it was totally different, totally surprising to me. And whatever technique that he uses, it definitely works. With no pain, not any aggression whatsoever, not rough-handed, and I've just been pleasantly surprised. It's as quick as a millisecond, and he pinpoints exactly and specifically where the issue is, and that's what I think is more important too, because I don't feel that the other chiropractors did that. They took a basic approach to an all-over general areas, as opposed to pinpointing, and you can tell that Dr. Borer does the pinpointing. He looks at the x-rays and measures everything and just makes sure that you're in the right position and alignment, and the technique is painless and very, very quick. So I definitely wanted to add that. With just tremendous results, and I can't say how thankful I am and how much better I really am feeling. And I'm just so pleasantly surprised that it's, I've been afflicted for over 20 years now. And just getting worse and worse and worse, and to think that you have actually cured, and straightened and aligned everything in just a matter of a few months has just been, I'm totally flabbergasted. So thank you, Dr. Borer. I really appreciate what you've done. I will definitely keep it as a maintenance, because I know with my lifestyle and with babies, and I cook a lot for several different groups, so I'm constantly moving and working with my hands, and I love doing yard work and garden work, and I haven't been able to do that in quite some time either without pain. So I'm really looking forward to getting back to my life. So thank you. I really appreciate it. So